Hey YouTube, Simon here once again for Fundamental Changes. Today we're looking at the amazing George Benson. Let's get to a few of his licks just after this. Alright then, so there was lick one. As you probably noticed, I've been lucky enough to borrow my dad's Ibanez GB10, which is the George Benson signature model. So I'm very, very pleased to be playing this today. Feels super slinky. So today we've got 4 chords in the style of George Benson. The main one we'll be looking at is the E minor 9, but the 4 chord progression is D major 9, which is nothing, 5, 4, 6, 5, middle 4 strings. Then we've got kind of like a B minor 9, something a little bit different here. We've got 7, nothing, 7, 6, 7. And we've got your E minor 9, which I would call the George Benson chord. He uses it all the time. Nothing, 7, 5, 7, 7. And then we've got an A11 here. 5, nothing, 5, 4, 3. I'm using a very light jazz funk strumming pattern with my right hand here. Just keep your right hand consistent when you're strumming through the strings and get used to these changes because they are a little bit tricky. Maybe just get used to the changes first and then apply the strumming pattern. Let's move on to example 2. George Benson is a real master of the instrumental melody. Often he uses major scales and other type jazz scales too. This example here, sort of around D major, kind of fits with example 1 chords. And you start off with a very classic Benson style little D major type lick, and then we introduce some double stops up the neck that he likes to do as well. A little slide, almost like B blues scale slide, but using it in a D major context, and a little 6th D shape to end. So a very simple, highly effective melodic lead line that you can build as your hook or your motif to a song. Check it out, move it into different keys. Okay, so I try and make these lessons fairly accessible to all abilities. This last lick here is a little bit more tricky. Bear with it, it's worth doing. So this lick here goes around a G minor 7 and an A flat major 7. It's kind of going between the two. This would be kind of from a basis of C minor as your kind of home chord if you're putting together a little chord progression here. And you can see that the first 2 bits here, we've got a G minor 3-note triad and an A flat major 3-note triad, and we're kind of filling in the gaps with these little chromatic licks. And then at the end we get this longer chromatic line with a little moving back into the G minor pentatonic sort of blues scale right at the end. Very George Benson. So once again he's building a motif and then he's adding in chromatics in the middle here. So coming back 4 notes or picking the top note and then coming up the 3 lower notes. You can build these into your pentatonics to bring a really jazzy, sophisticated flavour from quite a simple principle, literally using all the notes in a row and then maybe using some of your other notes that you know as well. So I hope you've got something from these. Make sure you try these slowly, so especially example 3, it might be some new stuff in there for you. It was for me when I was transcribing licks like this too. So I'll see you soon for more videos. Take care. Hey guys, thanks for checking out these licks in style of George Benson. We upload at least one video a week, usually two, so make sure you subscribe. Go and check out Joseph's website, Fundamental Changes, and go over to my YouTube channel, SDP Guitar, for more lessons there too. See you next time.